is going on, guys? Welcome to Virtual Redban number 641. New games. There's some new games. Sony had this big Sony event the other day and showed off a lot of their new games coming soon to the PlayStation VR 2. So we'll take a look at that. Some other stuff. Blah blah blah. Happy Friday, guys! I am drinking my first drink of the night. I'm wearing my Death Squad hat and I'm drinking out of my Death Squad mug. Cheers to you guys if you're having a drinky poo tonight. And if you want to get any Death Squad merchandise, you can go to shopsquad.tv. Or you can go to deathsquad.tv. Anything? Nothing? Nothing? Come on, guys. No, that's not what I want. There. That? Sure. What is going on here? What happened the last time we were streaming? There must have been some crazy shit going on if I had small windows like that. I don't even remember the last time I went. Oh yeah, it was like Tuesday or something. I can't believe it's Friday already. Anyways, there's Death Squad. There's the original website, deathsquad.tv. There you can click on Shop Squad at the very top, or you can just go to shopsquad.tv. It's the same shit. And you can get your shirts, mugs, and hats. And there's new hats coming soon. Right now, we only have a couple left. Oh, the black one's out of stock. Damn, we sold out of the black. The blue McLucky hat is still in stock. But coming in about a week, we have a brand new hat. And I'll just give you a little hint. It is a hat that I originally put out a long time ago. And I only made like 10 of them. It was a very small run hat. And I wore it recently, I'd say a couple months ago, on Virtual Redban, and somebody or a couple of you guys asked like, hey, I want that hat. So I'm making a new version of it. It's going to look a little different. Hopefully it turns out good. I'm kind of nervous about this one, so we'll see. But that's coming very soon, and some other stuff is coming to shopsquad.tv. So make sure you go to shopsquad.tv and don't miss the drop. Of course, I'll let you know when there's new stuff. But Shop Squad's going to be starting to get a bunch of new shit because I'm getting my shit together. I got time. I know I've been like saying this for months now, but I've just had a lot of shit going on, including opening up my own comedy club. That's right, Sunset Strip, ATX.com. We have a bunch of shows. Last night we had an amazing secret show. Wow, you guys fucking came in, packed it out. It was fucking a lot of fun. You know, it's always nervous moving. Something I did a secret show for 2.5 years down the street at Vulcan. And this is my second week, I think, at the new club for my every Thursday show. And you guys came and it was awesome. And the club is now starting to get people knowing about it. It's hard opening up a new club. I found out I never wanted to be in this world really, but now it's just getting people to know about it is like one of the hardest things. But luckily, with JRE being on JRE and talking about it, and now talking about it on Kill Tony all the time, it looks like you guys are finally catching up. But there's a bunch of new shows. Tomorrow we have Chappelle Lacey. You might know Chappelle. He used to be on The Fighter and The Kid. He's just a very funny comedian. He has a show tomorrow. And he also is being followed by Jamar Neighbors. And if you have not seen Jamar Neighbors' new comedy special, check it out. It's on YouTube. He is one of the most unique motherfuckers ever. Highly recommend watching Jamar. Jamar is going to have a show tomorrow. Jamar Neighbors and Friends. And yeah, and then we have Sunday, we have the closer, and we always have jokes and Java mics, which is like during the day, if you want to practice out new bits as a comedian, you write new bits, and you might have a show later that night. Well, it's during the day. Sunset Strip is actually a legit coffee shop. We have like espresso machines and all that fun stuff, and comics go there and write new jokes during the day, and we have jokes in Java where you can just go on the mic while people are drinking coffee and practice new stand-up. And a lot of comics are going there to write new material, and they just sit down because it's nice to get away from your house and try to like write new jokes. And so this is during the day. It's kind of like cool because it's open for comics to like and everybody. It's open for everybody. But It's really cool for comics. And then later this week, we have a bunch of different things, including Roast Battle Wednesday, of course, my secret show every single Thursday, and a bunch of other fun shows. So check it out. That's Sunset Strip ATX. Or you can just go to deathsquad.tv, and Death Squad has all the links you could possibly ever want. On top, you got Shop Squad if you want to go Shop Squad, or you can click right here for the Sunset Strip Comedy Club, or you can go download and watch every single episode of Kill Tony ever, including the latest one with Pauly Shore and Eric Griffin. That's deathsquad.tv, Sunset Strip ATX, and shopsquad.tv. You could also always send me an email or a P.O. box. I always like to open up your mail here on the show. We do that like about once a month or so, and you guys are always sending fun shit. So send me something if you want, or send me an email. There you go. Boom. Yeah, last night was a lot of fun. This is kind of cool. The LA Times. The Los Angeles Times, not the Austin Times. LA Times was in, and they they did an interview with me about the whole comedy scene in Austin and the Sunset Strip, and they had a photographer there last night taking all these photos of me and the other owners and the club and stuff, and that makes me always nervous because I was like, man, you could put one horrible photo of me online and it's over for me, man. So hopefully I got some good photos. Kind of cool though that the LA Times has come out to Austin just to fucking talk to me. And they sent photographers just to take photos of the club and shit. That's really cool. Can't wait to see that. I'll let you guys know when that drops. Hopefully it's all positive. You never, when it comes to the press, you never know, LA Times has always been good to me, though. I've been in the LA Times a few times, but they've always been good to me. Some of those other newspapers, though, like I forget which one. It's like one of the New York ones. They're just cunts. They're just like after to cancel anybody. They've like tried to trick me a few times. One time, like the New York Times or I don't know if it's the New York Times or one of the New York papers. Like they just called me out of the blue. I was like, how the fuck did they get my phone number? That's like sketchy ass shit, right? And had to hang up on the guy. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. What are you guys up to? I just got done eating some steak. We got some steak at the farmer's market. I think it was the first time I ever ate a steak or cooked my own steak from a farmer's market. I've never got it from like a store or something, but there's like a pretty big ranch by my house where they sell fresh meat, and you can get anything you want. You can even like ask for cow eyeballs if you want cow eyeballs. They were like, yeah, just tell us anything you want and we'll bring it next week. We have a farmer's market every week where I live. And holy shit, I don't know if it's in my head, but that steak tasted better than any steak I think I've ever had. Like, what's the difference between, is it the freshness? Why does it taste so different? This tasted completely different than any other steak. And I'll buy the good steaks when I go to a grocery store or a meat market or whatever. But man, it tasted completely different. I do have an update. If you guys missed the episode of Virtual Redban from, I don't know, it was like 5 episodes ago. Let me tell you what episode it was so you guys can check it out. It was episode 638. My mini arcade. Yes, this arcade that's behind me, just a bunch of little mini arcade machines from the amazing company New Wave. And I told you how I was missing 2 arcade machines. A couple episodes ago, I showed you I got the burger, what's it called? Food Fight. I got the Food Fight, and I was only missing one. Well, today is the day. I now have every single variation of the mini arcades. I was only missing the Space Ace. Now, you might have remembered this guy. This is the Space Ace that I already had. This was actually the more rare one. This is when the game came out. You could, as an arcade if you owned an arcade, you could actually buy this one. And this one, though, I never even saw this one in the arcades because most people that owned arcades, they didn't want to buy a whole brand new, a very expensive Laserdisc arcade machine. So this company, they sold a upgrade that you could take your old Dragon's Lair and change the marquees and change the side panel stickers, and you can convert it into a Space Ace. So this is the one I got today. This is the conversion Space Ace. Now you can see how different it is. It's the same. This is hard. It's the same game, just two different styles. Which one did you, if you are older like me, which one did you grow up? Did you see this Dragon's Lair? See, this used to be an old Dragon's Lair. So it looks just like the old Dragon's Lair. And when you were an arcade owner, they would give you a new Mylar for the top, new stickers on the side that would cover up the old Dragon's Lair side, and a new panel art. This also has, just like the Dragon's Lair, this also has the mini, I mean, this is how amazing these replicas are. It even has the mini Laserdisc player. It even includes a real replica of the Laserdisc. I know I've shown this before, but it's so cool. I don't know if I want to get into this. You know, I'm just going to leave it in the package because I don't feel like doing it right now. But anyways, so it finally came. I now have the complete. I don't know if if this is charged up. We'll see. Yes, it is. And this one also has, you know, the secondary screen, just like they used to have on the old Dragon's Lair. Has the light up Mylar. And yeah, and you can actually play this too. Let's see if
Space Ace, defender of justice, truth, and the planet Earth. Ace is being attacked by the evil Commander Borg.
Hold your fire. Who is that creep?
Borg. Earthlings must surrender.
No way, Borg, old buddy.
There's Borg's ship.
oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, it's too hard to play. Went backwards. Well, anyways, there it is. There is. I have now completed the whole entire thing. And if you want to get any of these, you can find them on Amazon. If you're on my YouTube right now, you can see below, you know, the video I have. One of them, at least, that is available on Amazon. I forget which one it is. It's like, I don't know, Missile Command or something. Or you could just go to newwavetoys.com. They have a couple of them in stock. Ooh, 9 days. Oh, there's a sale right now, guys, on their boombox. And this shit is fucking cool. I actually bought one of these. I am, like, they're probably like, man, who is this guy that's addicted? Ghosts and Goblins is coming soon. You can buy the Space Ace still. They make very limited quantities of these machines. Like, I think they only make like 5,000 of them. And, you know, I've talked about this. They're not a sponsor. But if you get one of these, you're going to like fall in love with these. It's going to open up some weird collector thing in your head. Anyways, they have these mini, they have the super mini ones, but they also have like this miniature version of these, what we used to call boom boxes, jam boxes back in the day. And this is a recreation of an old boom box, and it's not super micro. Let me see if I can show you. But they're on sale right now. They're $160 right now. This is for 9 more days. They're on sale. And I wasn't going to buy one of these things until I went online. I looked up this thing, and it is pretty fucking cool, dude. It's not like super tiny, but it's a recreation of an actual old boombox and it works. Like, let's just check out a little of this guy's video. Maybe? Is there no audio? Why is there no audio? Oh no. Oh no, what has gone on here? Hold on, guys. Huh?
Don't have to worry about dislocating a shoulder trying to lift it up to listen to it like you used to back in the day. Originally, this thing was supposed to have 2.5-inch speakers. That was upgraded to 3-inch speakers, and they were supposed to be 16 watts per speaker. That was bumped up to 20 watts per speaker. So you've got 40 watts total of music blaring power. And I will admit, this thing can pump out the tunes. Trust me on that. Originally slated to have a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, it has a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. So everything about this was bumped up from the very beginning. The MSRP was originally slated to be $100, but because of the increase in production costs, that is going to go up significantly. I do not have the... We were lucky enough to get these, and we got 2 of these on the Kickstarter for $120. That's right.
Wow.
2 of these big babies for $120.
That's crazy.
They also offered the M90 Micro, which is a very scaled down version.
So I don't know why.
Mock-ups or whatnot, or I believe the New Wave
Why is
Toys
this not
website
working right now?
had actually shown some Sideshow
What is
collectible
going
figures
on
as well
here?
as some Hot Toys figures.
So yeah, what's cool is that it actually has a working radio on it. So if you, I don't have a radio anymore, like like a FM radio. I don't have that anymore. And so I was thinking, it would be nice to have like a radio. I'm trying to find it. Of course, I'm trying to find an excuse to actually, just have an excuse to have this. And so there is a working radio on it. I think he tries to, or I think he actually shows that at one point. But here's how big it is. You can see it compared to his hand.
Really takes me back a lot of years.
But it's kind
I
of like a
never
little
had,
baby version
the
of it.
CM90 growing up, and
Watch, he'll turn
seeing
on the
what
radio.
the original looked like and how big it was, and the design that New Wave Toys had put into this, they really did their homework on getting this to look absolutely perfect. The bass, treble, and balance knobs all work. Now, they did come with 4 additional machined aluminum knobs to help grab onto the smaller knobs, which you see here, and those are hard to grab onto. So you can adjust your bass, your treble, and your balance as necessary. These 5 buttons here control the power, the mode, the play, pause, skip forward, and skip back. Your radio tuner dial does work, and this does have an FM tuner built in that does function very, very well.
Watch me, he turns it on. It's pretty badass. I think he does it right here.
As well as a microphone to carry on phone conversations through the M90.
Well, you could use it as a speakerphone because that's Bluetooth.
Your fold-up carrying handle, which
Check this
when you
out.
pop it down,
It slowly goes down.
just like on the original, folds down all by itself.
Turn on the radio.
2 fully extendable rabbit ears for radio reception. Does this give anybody flashbacks yet?
Come on, turn on the radio.
Not. There's something wrong with you.
Hey, don't yell at me, dude.
Along with
Turn
all
on the radio.
stuff on the front side.
Turn on the radio.
One more little thing.
Oh, check this out. Now this cassette doesn't work.
That's right.
It doesn't work,
You just saw that
but it
cassette
does have
tape.
like a little cute version of it.
Forgive me for the video stopping. Not sure exactly what happened.
Now turn on
But
the
this
radio.
thing is now powered on, so we're going to switch this over to radio.
Check this out. When he turns it on, listen to it.
That little noise lets you know that your FM radio is now working.
Isn't that cool?
That's your favorite drink. Fresh brewed coffee, free. Diet Coke, free. Vanilla frosty.
I'm Penny. We always think that we're just.
And so, anyways, I watched a few of these.
Absolutely amazing tuner functionality. Now you do have a limited range.
I watched a few of these reviews, and this thing like is really loud and it bumps. Anyways, I wasn't really going to talk about this tonight, but just thought I would show you this because it is on sale right now at newwavetoys.com. Again, it's on sale for 9 hours, and I guess there's a different version of it. I don't know what this version is. This is the urban version. Mini Blaster Artist Series. Slick Rick version. Wow. So this one, yeah, this one, I don't like the look of this one. There's nothing about, one of my favorite colors is purple, but the purple and gold, I don't know. It's not doing, maybe what? You could take that off. I don't get it. What's going on here? Oh, it comes with a little Slick Rick cassette. That's hilarious. I should actually buy this for the comedy club, though. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to buy this for the comedy club so they have a little boom box behind the bar or something. Matches the colors. But yeah, there you go. You know, maybe somebody's interested in this. I talked myself and they also have a mini version, which is just like a cute version of it. I don't think it actually works. Does it work? Oh, I guess it does. It works also. So if you want a very tiny version of it, they also make a very small version of it. I mean, look how adorable that is. I wonder if this one has a radio. I mean, it has antennas, so I'm guessing it does have a radio in it. Does it have a radio? 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 It also has 20 hours of playtime. Anyways, there you go. New Wave. Suspiciously, almost the same logo as the Sunset Strip, though. I think we should team up, New Wave. I mean, I've spent enough money. Let's just work together, shall we, New Wave? Anyways, check it out, New Wave Toys. Thought I would let you guys know about that. I wish it did play mini tapes though, like the answering machine tapes. Remember the little tiny tapes you had for your answering machines? Do you guys even know what answering machines are? Probably not. You probably have no idea what an answering machine is. Bro, what's an answering machine? How you guys in the chat? What do you guys think about all that? Slow handle. Wow. I seen Kill Tony in Dublin, Ireland. It was amazing meeting you. Oh, hey, what's up, Brian? That was the night that we all got food poisoning and died. You saw us while we were right before we were about to die. Even without testosterone, I'm a little chubbed up right now. Oh, Shane. They should have went with the break-in edition. I agree. Yeah, the break-in electric boogaloo edition would have been nice. Right? That's cool that you can use it like for your phone, like a speakerphone. I would like to try that. How would that work though? Like if the microphone, it seems like the microphone and the speakers would fuck with each other. Yeah. Redban, I'm watching JRE protect our parks and they're talking about you and Pepsi Spice. Oh shit. Sasuke, can you give me a timestamp? Suzuki, are you still here? Give me a timestamp. What is it? Do I still own that website? Probably not. Nope. Yeah. So if you guys don't know what the Pepsi Spice project, let me see if I can show you. There used to be this like Pepsi brought, and this was like new. Like nowadays, it's a little bit more common where Pepsi and Coke release like a special edition flavor and stuff like that. I think this is probably like one of the first ones they ever did. They had this thing for Thanksgiving. I think it was Thanksgiving. It was called Pepsi Spice, and it was like cinnamon Pepsi. I think it was. I don't even remember. It was gross. I think it was called, yeah. Anyways, why is it not coming up? Did I spell it wrong? Oh. Internet Archive. Let me try this again. What? Search archive websites. So it was like really disgusting. It was called Pepsi Spice. They forgot, well, back then they didn't even know that they should buy the .com. You know what I mean? So I bought it. I bought PepsiSpice.com. And and it was right after that movie came out where the guy ate McDonald's for 30 days. You remember that? Whatever that movie was called. I can't even remember what that movie was called now. Remember the guy ate McDonald's for 30 days. Anyways, that was really popular. So I opened up this website and I did it for 45 days. And I'm only drinking Pepsi Holiday Spice. I only drank Pepsi Spice for 45 days. Now, I still was allowed to eat food, but I wasn't allowed to have anything, like no beverages, no water. I could only drink Pepsi Spice, and all my food had to have Pepsi. Supersize me. Thank you. And all my food had to have Pepsi Spice in it. So I had to cook everything with Pepsi Spice instead of using water, meaning any beverage, like if I was making mac and cheese, I wasn't allowed to mix it with water. It had to be Pepsi Spice. That was my whole thing. I played this character that was like this weird German guy or something like that. And I was like, hello, like I had this weird accent, but I acted like I lived in LA and I hung out with Lindsay Lohan all the time. And we did mushrooms together, or we snorted cocaine. I was like, Lindsay Lohan, I forget. It was so long ago, but it was something like Lindsay Lohan. I hung out with Lindsay Lohan and she crushed up mushrooms and we snorted mushrooms. All right, cool. You got the timestamp. I don't know, this is Internet Archive, so I don't know if this is going to work, but I had these daily blogs and it started off fine and normal, but then I slowly started like getting sick and like I was peeing like red and I started like getting all these sores over my body. And I did a lot of Photoshop because I was really good at Photoshop back then. So it was very believable. Like I started to make myself look really sick and people bought it to the point where it was starting like showing up on news. Like they were like news channels were talking about it. I got interviewed a few times from actual like reporters and shit, and I had to be in character, so I had to have this weird voice. I forget what the voice was, but I was like, yes, I tried to do Pepsi every day. Like, I don't know what accent I was doing. Do any of these work? I wonder if I can go to a different one. Let's see, let's try to go to like this one. Just do Pepsi Spice. I'm looking at Internet Archive barely works, right? None of these work. Any of these photos work? Nothing. Oh, that sucks. I wonder if I can like, let's see, copy multimedia. See if multimedia works. I got the Pepsi Spice commercial. I even made YouTube videos, and like this was I think when MySpace was out, and so like I even like made commercials for it. I had radio interview clips, Half-Life original Valve demo. I don't even know what that was. I did some kind of Half-Life collab. I don't even know what that was. Oh my God. I think if I were to be able to look up, I think I would be able to find, I think there was somebody actually tagged me. Now it makes sense. Somebody tagged me in something the other day. I think there is a video on, yes, there's a few videos. Okay, here is, this is so stupid. This is actually a video where I started losing a lot of weight. Like I would have these videos where I'm like, I lost 40 pounds. And then like 2 days later, I would like stand on the scale again and it'll be like, oh my God, I lost another 10 pounds. Cause I was like, just, you know, my body, I was making it seem like I was getting really sick, and people were like really concerned about me. And all I was doing is when I was standing on the scale, I was like pushing up on the sink next to me, you know, to make me weigh less. I have not seen this video in 8 years, but I just want to say right now, you know, this was 8 years ago, so I'm sure it's really bad acting. And, but you can at least hear my accent, I guess.
Oh, it's 169. Hi, this is Brian from PepsiSpice.com. A lot of people wouldn't believe me, so that's why I'm making this video. My pee has actually turned not yellow, not white, but it's very red now. So, and I'm not making this shit up. So that's why I'm filming using this Canon camera, S. 4 megapixel camera. So
4 megapixels.
Let's record this. Okay, toilet. Now I'm going to pee, so I'm just going to turn right here.
Oh yeah, that's right. My old apartment I had, this is in Calabasas.
Takes a while.
I had a mirror in front of me, so every time you'd pee, you would look at yourself like this dude from like American Psycho or something. That's a nice stream.
I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn on the light.
And that was some Photoshop or some video effects. I made my pee red, so I purposely filmed it shitty, like in my face and blurry. Talked about like my camera like I was an old man, like, oh, a 4 megapixel. Because just to make it look like I would not know how to edit video. It was easier to fool people back then, guys. This was MySpace days.
Not right.
Mojo. Look at that cat. Man, I was too broke to give that cat a haircut. Now there is a promo, but I will get copyright if I show you this too much of the song. Just imagine that song. Dun, dun, dun. If you leave me now. Look at that editing. I mean, this was fucking 8 years ago. Who knew how to edit like this? This is when I lived in Ohio too. Right here, this is actually my house that I lived in Ohio before Joe Rogan hired me. And I just got this house. Me and my fiance got this house, and every room had like, we had a bunch of rooms. Our kitchen was nice and yellow. It was like the perfect house, and it was the most beautiful house. And then We only lived there for like 3 months, and then Rogan hired me. And I was like, well, I guess we're packing up and we're gonna go live in a shitty apartment in Calabasas. But yeah, I'm just hanging out with myself. Can't play this music. Here, see, there's my kitchen. Look how nice that kitchen is. Look at this video editing. I don't know. Look at me. I dropped this mug. Look how good this video editing is. I dropped this mug, and then I fucking pick it up on the other side. Are you kidding me? 8 years ago, self-taught. I did this on Adobe Premiere. I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah, I wish I had more to show you. The old doorknobs, I know, right? Yeah, so I guess they talked about me. Now I'm kind of nervous. God, they were all on mushrooms and shit like that. Let's see if I can find that 228. Am I even installed right now? Are you kidding me right now? Here we go. Protect our parks. Ooh. How do you do it? Here's the video. Ah, no, I don't want it that big. Can I just? Yeah, that's what I want. That's what Daddy wants right there. Okay, how do I play it again? How can I? Oh God. This player. How do I? Oh. Hold on. What is it? 228. 228.
Bullshit. That's the most Mark Norman thing you've ever said. Oh my God.
That's a mouthful.
Oh my God, that's a mouthful.
Mark is my favorite, I think, on this.
She got framed and nobody got it.
She got framed. Did you shout that out?
I shouted out at the Louvre and all these French people were like, shut up, you stupid American.
Oh my God, it's already on the internet. That's insane.
Oh, the mushrooms are kicking in.
Oh my God.
I think she's hot. I would have definitely jizzed on her
Lewinsky?
dress.
Fucking
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So hot. Hotter than Hillary.
How did Pepsi Spice come into this?
Was he the first? He was the first president
To
that
get
got
exposed.
busted.
But busted.
No,
yeah.
JFK was fucking Maryland.
Yeah, but he didn't get busted.
Full busted. There was rumors.
He was the first president. They
JFK
must
was
have
wild though,
evolved,
because everybody knew he was
No.
fucking Marilyn
No.
Monroe, and she's still saying in front of.
How does
the
this
light.
get into Pepsi Spice?
A lot of
You
presidents.
sure this timestamp's right?
Public affairs. Yeah. Yeah.
Missed. And
Yeah,
Jackie
but
O
like-
was pretty.
Back.
Yeah, it
You're
was
talking
pretty.
about back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What years were those?
Every single one.
That was in the days before teeth.
Every single one.
Back when people died young.
Shout out Sally Hemings. Let's go.
Is this history? We going history?
How do?
I don't want to do that.
Are you sure this
I
timestamp's
wish
right?
they-
I like.
We're already on
going
229. This ain't our good right.
If you give me a drug fan, I've taken a lot of weird Viagra.
Really?
Yeah, that gas station Viagra will get
Don't
your heart
Yeah.
pumping.
Ask people to give you things. Just
Well, I don't
as
want
a
to go out
general
and buy
rule.
drugs.
Just weed.
You guys, if
You're
anybody's
scaring me.
listening, give me some fucking Viagra.
Give me some over the fucking counter truck
Boulder
station.
pills like
yeah.
Redban used to take.
That shit's bad.
The Rhino?
Pepsi Spice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Redban is one of the greatest trolls of all time.
Great troll.
Redban starts. He buys PepsiSpice.com because it wasn't. They were dumb. They didn't know what the fuck was going on
He
back
trolled
then.
you by opening a comedy club a block away. Oh, okay.
Jokes on him, I think.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So he buys PepsiSpice.com and then he makes a whole diary of him eating Pepsi Spice and dying, getting horrific diarrhea, blood spraying out of his asshole.
You could just buy. They didn't think to get the domain before they launched the product.
But he kept this going for months. he like kept updating all these updates of his health conditions.
At PepsiSpice.com.
It's amazing.
Damn.
Some dickhead.
It's amazing.
That's great.
It's one of the greatest trolls of all time.
The company's like, can you take that down? Like, we have no control over it. It's some guy, and he's not even looking for money.
Like, so he had video of him like where he
Fat
continued to
feet.
lose weight.
He's got some real hoofs.
I'm just on Pepsi Spice.
Yeah, the
But he had a
Pepsi
red
Spice
pea.
Project. Yeah, he's red pea.
Scary shit.
Wow. Oh!
It shows that his pee's all fucked up from Pepsi Spice. Imagine what a fucking asshole.
There's like
He
4
literally
people.
killed Pepsi Spice. When was the last time you saw Pepsi Spice?
It's done.
I never heard of it.
He probably killed it.
They're like, just
Damn.
forget this loser.
It was kind of weird though, wasn't it?
It was like cinnamon.
What is? I don't know. Pepsi
Was it good?
Spice.
Might have been good.
It wasn't
Fucked
good.
it up for everybody.
It wasn't good.
Like
That's
cherry
like
Coke.
joyous way from
Cherry
the world.
Coke is really good.
Cherry
Cherry
Coke's
Coke's
good.
the best.
Cherry Coke.
Pepsi
is
Spice,
delicious.
worst Spice Girl.
Cherry Coke Spice.
Pepsi Spice.
She's bubbly. She's bubbly. She's got great cans.
Stop it.
Okay, we're
I
having
just
fun.
I'll never stop. You on crack in the Louvre and be
Oh.
like,
Well, that's cool. That's I didn't even know about that. That you were the first person to tell me. I was wondering, like somebody posted or tagged me in a Pepsi Spice tweet today, and I was like, what? Like they tweeted something about Pepsi Spice, and I'm like, okay, that's random. And I hung out with all those guys last night at the mothership. Rogan, Shane, and Mark, and Ari. And they didn't even say a word about it. That's cool. I did not know about that. That's fucking great. Cool. Well, that's cool. That was a nice little thing. I can't wait to show Janice that. Aw. How fun is that? Man, all my friends eat a lot more mushrooms than I used. I just wish I ate mushrooms as much as all my friends do now. You know, I used to be the mushroom boy from like in my 20s, my 30s, but my 40s not so much. I'm over it now. My body just does not agree with mushrooms anymore. It kind of sucks though. It's like all my friends got into it late in life, or I just didn't know them, I guess, in my 20s and 30s. I'm kind of jealous though. Like I kind of miss doing it, but I also don't miss it because like the last 5 times I did mushrooms is like my body was just going like, no, you got to stop. Redban, are you going to watch Brent Kreistel's movie, The Machine? I want to see it. I want to watch it. I was kind of disappointed. The reviews of it, I've been looking at the reviews, and of course you should never trust the reviews. And even the negative reviews have all been like, if you're a fan of Bert Kreischer, you're going to love it. Well, then fine. I am a fan of Bert Kreischer, so I'm going to like it. But it's the trailer just looks so amazing. So I'm just surprised with the reviews of it. But you know, it's a comedy. It's an adult comedy, and a lot of the negative reviews were like, "This is gross and disturbing." And most comedies that I like and enjoy all got negative reviews, and they said the same thing. This is like, look at like half the comedy movies always get shit on. Comedy movies always get shit on because there's some snobby ass guy that reviews movies for a living that takes himself too serious, you know, and they don't like little poopy jokes and silly jokes, and they don't like comics just get shit on so much, man. It kind of sucks. Sure, there's comedies that even the reviewers like, you know, and stuff, but I think a lot of us, we don't like those kind of comedies. We like the crazy, psychotic, dumb, stupid, immature movies. And it's so weird. Comedy movies used to be such a big thing, and nowadays it's like a lot of movie companies don't want to touch them anymore because they don't want to get in trouble, you know, like it's hard for a company to back a movie like Borat nowadays, you know, because there's everyone's so woke and the lawsuits and the jokes. You could have a movie that makes fun of a certain group of people, and it used to be hilarious back in the day, and that was just the norm. That's what comedy is, you know, it's making fun of everybody. But nowadays, I think like movie studios are really tiptoeing around comedy movies, and it seems like the reviews, you know, people that review movies are tiptoeing, and they don't want to be like, oh my God. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I was going to go today actually, but my girlfriend fucking had to work. And I was like, in my head, I was like, yeah, we're going to get popcorn because I haven't been in a movie. I haven't even seen Avatar 2 yet. Like, I haven't seen Top Gun 2 yet. I saw Super Mario Brothers and I rented it or bought it at home. It's hard for me to go to a movie theater nowadays because I have such a nice projection screen in my living room, you know, and I have like the best projection screen ever. I have the best projector, the best sound. It's hard for me to go to a movie when I have it at home and I could like smoke and eat and like piss and, you know, pause. And it's hard for me to go to a movie theater now, unfortunately. But for like Bert's, I was like, you know what, this is a movie I want to go, and I want to like film my experience there and tag Bert in it and, you know, support and stuff like that. But my girlfriend she quit her job, but it's Memorial Day weekend and they asked her to like work again. I'm like, that's not what quitting your job is. You quit your job so that you don't have to go to work. And she's like, I know, but they need help. It's Memorial Day weekend. And I'm like, ah. So yeah, I plan to see it. And I think all you guys should too. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's The Machine. It is you know, it's a movie that came out of a story that Bert told on the Joe Rogan podcast. He told it on episode 95, actually, of the Joe Rogan Experience. And somebody, again, tweeted me this today, or a clip of, a clip of this from JRE 95. I guess we should take a little look at this. I don't remember this at all.
So listen, man. Last time you were here, there's a fucking story about the Russian mob. We tease these bitches. we let these people right now on Twitter. They have been going crazy all day. Do not let Bert Kreischer get out of there without the Russian mob story, man. Okay. So tell us what the fuck happened. So listen, man.
So
last
yeah,
time you were
that's
here,
by the way, that's
fucking story
episode 95 of JRE. If you want to watch it, I think it's still up. You never know what the JRE is. Like so half of them are gone, I think, aren't they? But the timestamp of when he tells the story is 1 hour and 24 minutes and 50 seconds into it. If you want to watch him tell the story, and yeah, the JRE 73, he hinted at it. I think 73 was the first time Bert was on the JRE, and he hinted at it. And then episode 95, he actually told the story. And, you know, that's one of those stories. I remember this episode because I remember, you know, this is when Bert really was like, in my head, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking insane. And there was a part of me that I was like, this can't be real. This can't be real, you know. And if you haven't heard the original telling of the story, I highly recommend watching this episode if you have, for whatever reason, if you've not seen episode 95 of Jerry. And I just want to apologize, you know. It was a different time. And my appearances back then, I'm not happy about them either. A lot of people hate me from my appearances. But as you just saw with that Pepsi Spice video, it was a different time. It was goofy, stupid MySpace humor, like trolling Pepsi and shit like that. And, you know, JRE definitely started off as a comedy podcast, I guess, you know, where me and Joe are buddies and we just hung out all the time. And and it turned into a serious podcast, which it is now, which is a completely different thing. So, yeah, I remember when we started the JRE, I got a lot of shit because I was a fan of Rogan's stand-up. You know, I was a comedy fan. That's how I met Joe, was a comedy fan. And when we started this podcast, Joe had comedy fans, and he was pretty big in the comedy world. And but he was also really big in the UFC world. So when the UFC fans and the comedy fans mixed, it became like a weird audience. And that's, you know, it's like almost impossible to ever think that you could mix comedy nerds with UFC bros. And the UFC bros hated me because, you know, I was the opposite of health and, you know, all that stuff. And so it was brutal. But yeah, so those old episodes I can't watch anymore. I cringe at. And you should too. And it's not my fault. Different times. All right, guys. I'm going to smoke some green tea because this has been a very different version of tonight's virtual Redban that I didn't know. I didn't know about the Pepsi Spice and stuff like that. But check out Bert Kreischer's The Machine, themachinemovie.com, I think it is. It's playing everywhere. Support comedy movies because comedy movies are a rare form now. I don't know if you've even noticed, like, real comedy movies are kind of not being made anymore. And it's because, you know, all these all these movie studios are very scared of comedy movies, like real comedy movies, you know, not just like goofy, family friendly movies about like parents meeting the new husband or something like that. Nothing like that. I'm talking about like real comedy movies. They're rare now. Different times. Comedy, you know, is constantly being under attack, especially with all these fucking kids nowadays, these TikTok babies that want to, you know, want to cancel everything. Little bitches. How many of you guys in the chat room have kids right now? Like teenagers? I hope to God that any of you guys that are in the chat room that have like kids growing up, teenagers, that you raise them to be like, don't make them be like a bitch and like this bitch culture that's like being created. This woke ass bitch culture that sucks so bad. Like, teach them about comedy, man. Teach them, like, make them watch South Park. That should be their homework, watching South Park. And yeah, God, being a parent nowadays must be so fucking hard. Right? God damn. If anything, though, the kids nowadays seem like they are nicer and at least they care more about feelings, I guess. I wonder if bullying happens as much as it used to happen. I bet it doesn't. I bet bullying is less than it used to be when I was a kid, because back then, you know, you would bully everybody, and nowadays I bet there's more woke kids like, hey, you shouldn't bully him because of his lisp, you know, like shit like that. But that's even more like, all right, now I want to bully you, motherfucker. I don't know. I'm so out of touch. All right, guys. Shit. You know, we're almost an hour in, and I haven't even got to the point of this whole video. I just smoked some green tea. Let's just quickly look at some new video games. Sony had a whole new... God. Sony had a whole thing the other day. They had a little event, little showcase and they showed off a bunch of new games coming soon. Now, the news has been out recently that Sony's new PlayStation VR 2 actually sold better than their VR 1, which is good news because a lot of people were doubting that Sony sold any of these VR 2s. But good news is they have, and it's actually been quite successful so far. They just recently also opened up the whole thing where you can actually buy the VR2 now on retail and like websites like Amazon, where and it was more of like, I think they supply and demand issue. It was also a little beta test. Like I think they just wanted to make a small batch of them to work out the kinks, you know, how video game companies do it nowadays. But now you can pretty much get the VR2 at most retailers. And so they're doing a good job so far. You know, they're still new. And they released all these new games. And a lot of them were pretty amazing. Now, this first one I wanted to take a look at is one of the first games I actually played in VR. I didn't know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's. That was past my time. I know my nephews love Five Nights at Freddy's, and they like I buy my nephews toys all the time. I just send them random toys throughout the year. I stopped buying my sister like presents for Christmas and her birthday and stuff. Instead, I just buy her kids cool ass fucking toys. I'm winning them over as best uncle of the year. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's way more. It's fuck my sister. I'm just gonna fucking like buy them cool shits all the time. I gave them last thing I got. I gave them a bunch of gel blasters. You know, they're a new sponsor of Kill Tony. I was like, I got a bunch of gel blasters and sent them to me, and I didn't even think like my sister's pissed off because those things hurt when you get hit. Like, I probably just like created a torture for my sister. My nephews are running around shooting her in the butt and stuff like that. I bet. Anyways, who gives a shit? Support your nephews, not your sister. Yeah, I am the cool uncle. And my nephews are badass. They have their own YouTube channel that one day I'll show you, but right now I'm not. All right, let's their YouTube channel sucks. I've tried to help them. I've bought them. Like, I told them what to do, but they don't listen. They're too young though. They're also too young. All right, anyways, they love Five Nights at Freddy's. I think a lot of kids love Five Nights at Freddy's. But when I first got VR, one of the first games I bought was Five Nights at Freddy's because I heard it was scary, and it was. It fucking scared the shit out of me. Anyways, part 2, I guess, is coming out. Let's take a look at this. Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted.
Welcome back for another week of career fulfillment and minimal social interaction. We know how challenging it can be to find a place where you feel that you truly belong, and to find a job that treats you mostly with respect and only infrequently with contempt. For that reason, we are excited to inform you that you did an adequate enough job the first time around to have you back. Also, there were no other applicants. So strap yourself in and get motivated to an appropriate degree. Because you ain't seen nothing yet.
That's it. I hate trailers like this. Is it going to scare me? Hey! I knew it was going to. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You know, speaking of scare, I hate this new trend on TikTok and Instagram videos where you're looking at something like the other day. Somebody sent me a picture of them like digging this huge hole, and it was very deep, and they start like zooming in this hole, and like the side of it started crumbling like it was going to fall, or there was some kind of animal deep in the ground, and you're really invested like, oh my God, what is going on in this hole in the ground? And then suddenly like something jumps out, you know, like a fake effect where it jumps right out. Or you've seen those videos where like the baseball comes right at the camera, or, you know, like that shit fucking scared the shit out of me, man. So I sent it to my girlfriend, and I'm so pissed I didn't think about recording it. But she was literally going like on the couch, and then she goes, "Oh, fuck you!" Like, how does that work? That works so good. That's like a jump scare, but it's something about the direction of the video going right to the middle. I love that shit. Good shit. Anyways, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 2 is a new game coming out. I don't think there's a release date. I'm looking. If you want to go find out more, type it in your fucking Google, you dumbass. It doesn't say when it's coming out. All right, the next one is one that we've heard about, but we haven't seen a good trailer lately. Resident Evil 4. A lot of people can think Resident Evil 4 is the best Resident Evil. And Resident Evil fucking 4 is a scary ass game. All the Resident Evils are creepy and scary. So, scary games in VR, it's too much. I don't know why they're focusing so much on these scary games. I don't like scary games in VR. This is a game that I would make my girlfriend play, and I would watch her and be like, oh, oh, oh. And I would be scared watching her. This is like when people like prank call somebody in front of me. I used to prank call all the time when I was younger, but now I see somebody prank call and I'm like, I got to cover my ears. Like I get uncomfortable. Like the older I get uncomfortable. Like, no, don't do it. All right. This is Resident Evil 4 VR.
How far could he have gone?
Is this going to scare me again? Oh, come on. That looks fucking great. That looks great. Wow, this VR Scout, you fucking always constantly suck. Let us know when it comes out, all right? It's available as a free DLC for the PlayStation 5. Resident Evil 4 VR mode promises VR survival horror. And while it's true, we already have Resident Evil 4 VR game for the Meta Quest 2. This latest version features jaw-dropping graphics that look almost too realistic. So there is a Resident Evil 4, I guess, on the Quest 2, but it doesn't look as good. You know, it's different. I don't know. Anyways, another game that when I first got my first VR headset, and when I had the PlayStation VR 1, when I first got that, Arizona Sunshine is one of those ones that's pushed to you so much. It's a game where, you know, it's a zombie shooting game. And it is, I think, a game that a lot of people play when they get VR because it's exactly what you want when you're in virtual reality. Another game where people attack you. Like, if I was a VR creator, if I were to make VR games, all my games would be positive and happy. All this shit stresses me out. I'm going to be honest with you. This shit stresses me the fuck out. But Arizona Sunshine, at least, wasn't as stressful as those last two that we just saw. Like, this is a little bit more fun, but still, I want to make Katamari VR. Do we have to do a Kickstarter? Can we do, like, if whoever owns the Katamari license right now, if they don't want to be involved, can we like create our own kind of Katamari game that's just like it? Can we roll up humans and you're a ball with a hat on? Yeah, what if you're a ball with a hat on? You get different hats. Like you get the Abraham Lincoln hat, you get it backwards, Limp Bizkit hat, you get like the spinny dunce hat, you know. But you're rolling people up. No, I mean, I don't know. All right, let's just watch this, though. Arizona Sunshine. Let's see what this is all about.
Peggy 18.
2. This is a sequel.
Oh, forgive me, Father, for I've sinned. Like, a lot.
Good
See,
graphics.
Everything started 2 years ago when I met Fred. And ever since then, it's like I see his face everywhere. And lately, I've started to develop some destructive tendencies. Whoosh! What do we have here? Bro! Well, what's a bit of armless fun? Hello, uglies. Blah, 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 blah. And since I met my new best friend, I guess cool. I get a little overprotective. Okay, very overprotective.
Wow, this is very Dead Island 2-y.
I'd love to sit here all day and chew your ear off. I'll be right out, boy. But as you know, time waits for no man. Catch you later, Fred. Who's a good boy?
Man.
Woo,
Oh,
looks like
I'm in.
today's gonna be a scorcher.
I'm in. That looks fucking awesome. I'm in. Love it. Yes. Holy shit. That looked way better than I thought I was going to like. I mean, that looks fucking awesome. That was Deadpool vibes. Definitely. Absolutely. The movie I said earlier, Dead Island 2, that just came out, which I have, and I've played a little bit of it, and it's good. It's good. I always do this thing where I get a game and I'll play it for a couple hours and then I forget I have it. And then the next day I wake up and I just go about my day. I just remembered I had that game. I need to fucking only play it once. What the fuck? I don't play video games this much anymore. I enjoy VR too much, it seems. It's hard to play video games when you have VR. It's like, yeah, but I could do a video game where it's real people. They need to make a video game like Mario Brothers, but you just hang out with your friends. And if you want to do missions, like, can you imagine doing like a multiplayer version of Mario where you're all just hanging out as Mario, Peach? Like, you can only be like any character, like good character in Mario. So you had to be like Yoshi, Mario, Peach, Luigi, Toad, Donkey Kong, whatever. But like, and then you just all hanging out, talking, like, and then you're like, hey, you want to go save a different princess, I guess, or do you want to go kill Bowser? And then you're like, sure, let's do a level. That I can't wait for Nintendo VR, man. I think Nintendo VR is going to change everything. I would really like to, if Apple and Nintendo join forces. All right, hear me out. This sounds crazy, but what if Nintendo and Apple join forces? I mean, Apple and Nintendo seem like they're already the same kind of level of company and standards and everything and quality. What if they join forces? And then they released a VR helmet together. And you had Mario VR. What if Monday, when Steve Jobs announces this new AR VR headset, that they also announced that they're teaming up with Nintendo on this shit? Now, if there is anything like, Matrix shit going on, I want everyone to pray together. If we all pray, the programmers, I mean God and Jesus, but the programmers will make it happen. What if that's what religion is? Everyone realizing that we're in a matrix, and when they talk to God and Jesus, they're really talking to the programmers that they believe are creating everything, which is God. And uh-oh. Zoinks! Oh my God. All right, there's one. No, there's a couple more. All right, cool. All right, this next one, we got to hurry up because it's already over an hour. This next one is called Synapse. Synapse. And it's an upcoming action-packed VR first-person shooter. It takes you mowing down waves of enemies using a combination of deadly firepower. Anyways, all these games are like, man, they're all kill, attack, right? Where's the Katamaris? Where's the Marios? Where's all the positive games? Why are all these like kill zombies, monsters, shooting? I get it. It's fun to shoot, right? But where's all? We need more positive VR games, man. We're talking about VR. This shit's real. I'm sorry, I had to take a sip. This game also features a stellar voice cast that includes Jennifer Hale. She's the bitch from the Halo series. Yeah, I said bitch. Clara Sorensen and David Hayster, Solid Snake's in this, and some girl named Clara. I don't know who that is. Anyways, let's just watch the trailer, right? Let's just watch the trailer. Boink. Synopsis.
The target is Colonel Peter Conrad. He was one of ours before he went rogue. We intercepted comms chatter referring to neurosynaptic tech, but they've gone dark. I don't have to remind you what's at stake here. We need that intel by any means necessary. He's connected to a mind synchronization device. This is cutting-edge interrogation tech. We're out of time and out of options. We've got to go in.
Yet another lamb to the slaughter. Well, come on then. Let's see what you're made of. Impressive. I'll admit, you made a good team on the battlefield. But don't forget, this is my mind, my war.
This looks trippy.
I need you to focus. The clock is ticking. You have to adapt.
Back again? Pathetic.
This looks good. This will probably be fun.
You're getting close. You're approaching the center of his subconscious.
You think you're a threat to me?
Wow, that voice.
They'll never talk. They'll never break me.
Yeah. Very cool. That's what's really cool. Oh, fuck yeah, July 4th. That's what's really cool about the PlayStation VR 2, and something that I think a lot of people don't even think about is that this is a legit company. PlayStation is a legit, and they are bringing it when it comes to real games. You know, like, I love PC VR. Absolutely, that's all I do. But it's very diluted. Where Sony is really taking, you know, not only the best of PC, but they're also getting, I don't know if this is an exclusive game, but they're at least collecting all the good ones. And a very good, you know, it's just it's a good collection for the average human. And that looked amazing. I don't know if that game is a exclusive or not. Is it? Let me see. See if I can figure this shit out for us, guys. You know, I think it is an exclusive because it doesn't say anything about it being in PC before. If not, it's if it's an exclusive, but at least it's coming out here first, which is cool. That looks great. At first, I didn't really like it. Like, I didn't really like the style at first, I was like, this looks like almost just like basic bitch graphics. I don't like the lighting or something. Like if something doesn't look right, like the lighting is not right. There's shadows or something. Yeah, the shadows are weird. It's weird when shadows don't work as good as they should. But then when it started getting into it, I was like, oh, it's almost like, look, you're walking into an iPhone wallpaper right now. Or no, that's like a Galaxy S23 wallpaper right now. And so when I was like, well, I don't know about this. But then it's like, it's almost got its own style. So this looks interesting. Especially all the streaks of it, like the streaks, all those like streaks. And I really like I like it when it's like you shoot somebody too and they just don't just fall down and just sit there like a rag doll or something. Like I like it when like it's more artistic and shit. This looks cool. Wow. Exciting. All right, the last one. I think this is the last. Oh my God, it's not the last one. But Beat Saber has this new, is finally available now. And they got a Queen music pack. I can't show any of this. Absolutely a copyright strike. Yeah, having a good time. Just imagine it's playing. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Having a good time. Damn. You guys like Beat Saber? That's a workout right there. It's also a killer of anything in your living room. It's also the excuse a lot of people have been giving cops for hitting their girlfriend. And it's a good excuse. It's one that I would recommend because it's so out there that you're like, no, that has to be real. There's no way that's fake. Kidding. That's why there's no fucking comedy movies. God. What is this? Crossfire. It's coming this summer. It's a adrenaline-fueled arcade action. Yeah, another shooting game. Wow, all these are fucking shooting people and get anger. They really need to, like, oh my God, do I have to start my own VR company? Who wants to start a VR company with me? This is cool. Good graphics. Ah, the shadows again. It's all about lighting to me nowadays. This looks great though. For VR, this looks great. Sierra Squad? Who the fuck are you? Step up, Sierra! Put it together in one word. Then let's talk. PlayStation. That looked great. Looked fun. Again, I am also one of those, like, look at this fucking thumbnail. Look at the shadows. That's not what we just saw. This is what it should be, shadow-wise. I mean, was it ray tracing? Is what they call it. See those shadows? I mean, this looks like a fucking scary, scary house. This looks like a scary, scary house. And then you get like, well, I guess that looks okay. No, you get this though. See, look at the shadows. Look at that. Look at the shadows and the atmosphere. And then look at that. This almost looks like a quest game. But I get it, like, because it's, I mean, how's this look better though? I don't know. Something's not right. Something ain't right. See, this looks okay. But no, I mean, it's still like, there's like a layer of shadows missing. That's a good shadow. you guys know what I'm talking about? Maybe I'm just going crazy. But there's like a look when you're looking at certain things. Wait. This is the wrong. There's a thing where you're like this. Like this isn't a realistic shadows. Like this wall. I mean there's it almost like looks like these shadows ain't right. What is this, studio lighting? Are you at a fucking studio right now with this lighting? Where's all this artificial light coming from? Where's all this light? There you go. That's called Crossfire Sierra Squad. Doesn't say when it's coming out. And that's it. That's it. Finally, we are done. Holy shit, that took too long. Too long is my girlfriend's sister's name. All right. If you don't know, this is the part of the show where I talk to you one by one. All you guys watching right now, I'm talking to you. Look, you have no idea what's going on right now, and I'm about to tell you, okay? Okay? All right? You ready? You ready for this? Right now, I'm making shit big. I'm making shit real big. I am actually in Photoshop right now. I'm making the thumbnail for part 2 of Virtual Redban. Yeah, if you don't know, Virtual Redban's in 2 parts. And something I've been really trying. This is like, you try to do this. It's hard. I mean, we might have to do a like some kind of like competition in the future, because I am literally typing and making Photoshop shit, and I'm not even like, I have zero idea what I'm talking about with my real body right now. Isn't that weird? Doesn't that seem a little weird? I think it seems really weird, because I literally have no idea what's going on. I am looking right now at something I should not be seeing. I'm seeing a blatant disregard for company policy. That's something that I used to say as a joke when I was a kid. But as an adult, a blatant disregard for company policy is fucking hilarious. Because that was something that I had when I was working at this place called, oh my God, what's it called? Oh my God, wait, hold on. Joe's Crab Shack? Is that right? Joe's Crab Shack? Is it called Joe's Crab Shack? When I worked at Joe's Crab Shack, I only worked there for a month. I got fired. I think there's still Joe's Crab Shacks around. There's one kind of near me. But I don't think they do what they made you do back in the day. And back in the day, they made me dance. Every hour, I think, you had to dance. The song would turn on, and all the waiters at once had to dance. And it was when the Macarena came out. So that's when I used to work there. So look up, do the hours. It was like a year after the Macarena came out. And anytime, it was always the Macarena, and everyone had to dance. All the waiters had to dance. But you didn't have to dance if you were doing an order with a table or talking to a table. It's just anytime you're not talking. So anytime I heard that fucking with Macarena song come on, I would just go to a table, even if it's not mine, and be like, hey guys, how are you doing? And I would just have this fake conversation with the table. And after a month, they caught on, and my manager finally was like, dude, a lot of people are complaining. You don't dance. You're getting out of dancing. You have to dance. And I'm just giving you a warning. This is a warning, a strike. You have to dance. And if I catch you again, then you're going to get 3 strikes are out of this, And I go, I'm not. And I told him I'm not. And he goes, Well, that's just a blatant disregard for company policy. And I want you to think about that. So you either walk right now or, do the fucking dance. And I quit Joe's Crab Shack. Can you imagine having to be a waiter, being in the weeds and stressing, just trying to get people their food and a good time, and you have to take like fucking 4 minutes out to do the Macarena once an hour? I hope Joe's Crab Shack doesn't do that anymore. Does anyone know if Joe's Crab Shack does that anymore? I've had Joe's Crab Shack last year. I had it, but it was from Uber Eats. But I have not. All right, guys. I was killing time just because I'm telling you that this part of virtual Redban is about to end. This is the part where I go into virtual reality. I know a lot of you probably thought I was in virtual reality the whole time, but I'm not. I am going into virtual reality. In about 10 minutes, there's going to be a part 2. That's right. What you're watching right now is about to end. And there's going to be a part 2. I do that mostly for copyright reasons. And also a lot of times, shit happens. I'm like, and I delete the episode. But if you're a member on YouTube, it's $5 a month. A lot of times you get those deleted episodes so you can watch them again if you want to, or see a lot of shit that's probably too embarrassing for the public. Or a lot of times episodes just disappear. So you should always watch it live if you're home and bored. Hit that notification bell, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you'll get notified when I go live. Because sometimes these episodes disappear forever. So grab a drink, take a piss, walk the dog, put your finger in your boyfriend's dick hole. Just stretch it open and put it in there and fucking twist it and send a video of it to me at virtualredban@gmail.com so I can play it to all you guys. This is your 10-minute warning. In 10 minutes, we'll be back in virtual reality. Grab a drink, take a piss, walk the dog, do all that like I said earlier. Refresh your page on YouTube in about 10 minutes. There will be a part 2. Or if you're on Twitter, I'm about to post a link right now. I just made the thumbnail talking to you guys. See you in 10 minutes. In virtual reality.